Is shit on? Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, we're on. All right. Mr. Evan Crawford.
Yes, sir.
Pleasure having you back on, man.
Appreciate
Happy to have you on.
inviting me, man.
Yeah, we get you solo this time.
Cool.
Last time was with Mr. Jorge, but we
Mm-hmm.
can talk more just to you now, and I don't know, maybe talk about whatever you didn't share last time, and
Sure,
I want to
let's
talk about
vibe.
some other I know you have. I mean, you're very well versed. I feel like I've only been friends with you less than a year, but I feel like you're pretty well versed in a lot of topics. Like you're not just some one dimensional lifter, for example. You have an opinion on politics, religion, lifting,
Yeah.
school stuff, culture, music. It's you're not just you're not a one trick pony.
I appreciate
I feel
it,
you've been around. You know a lot of stuff, right? I feel like
Yeah.
you've been around different groups.
A lot of different groups, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of different
Does
groups.
that come from basketball? You think?
Basketball and
So it came to
school.
my mind.
So, private school,
You went to a diverse ass high school. I just realized that too, right? Magruder?
So I actually wasn't there for
Or no,
that
you
long.
were at Heights and then Magruder, right?
Yeah, so I was at the Heights from 6th grade to 10th grade. Yeah. So I was around a bunch of white people,
Is it a
literally.
Christian school? Is it
Yeah.
but it's not it's not what is what Christian is it? You know?
So it's Opus Dei Catholic. So it's
okay.
crazy Catholic.
Like the most hardcore traditional Catholics
Yeah,
possible?
I'm talking about they called phones porn devices, bro. If they saw you with it, bro,
Wait, that's insane. What?
so it's actually my fault. So there's this rule, right? When you go to school, you have to keep your phone in your locker. You can't even have it in your backpack. You have to keep it in your locker the whole day. And this is only for the high school. So if you're below high school,
How many grades are in this school?
It's from 3rd to 12th.
Okay.
So if you have a phone before high school, they'll just take it from you. They'll literally just take it from you.
You never get it back.
It's weird. They just take it from you.
Father Luke takes your phone.
No,
Sorry,
deadass.
bro. I'm casting this to the devil.
No, dead ass, bro.
Rebuke this shit.
That's fucking terrifying.
No, it was kind of funny, bro, because the parents had a mutual respect with the teachers.
Yeah, because they're probably hardcore Catholics themselves.
So they would be like, yo, fucking, I don't even know, Mr. Blackmer took my phone. He's like, well, you probably deserved it. I'm just I'm like,
Fuck.
So anyways, I didn't listen to the rule, and I would actually go on my phone during class. A lot of my friends would.
I feel like a lot of kids would probably do that.
Yeah, the high schoolers, at that point, you're just whatever. I
Yeah.
don't care. And I got caught with my phone, and back then, I really did not like the school. So I was very, rebellious, you could say.
But that's what that environment creates. It's rebellious kids when there's so many rules, right?
Yeah,
they
there's so
want
many
to
rules.
test it. They want to break it. They want to see how far they can get,
Yeah, they'd make you do push-ups and shit.
What the fuck?
My friend Correa had to do fucking, it was 30 degrees out. He was talking during class. My teacher made him do fucking hold the push-up position outside the whole class for an hour.
What?
It's fucked.
On the ice.
I remember you telling me this story.
It was bro.
Sounds like military camp.
It's terrible,
Like
bro.
basic training or something.
Nah, it is.
It's kind of evil, bro.
It is.
Yeah, I don't think that aligns with Jesus' teachings at all, but
That's what made me not mess with religion at all.
so that stirred you because you're religious now.
Yeah.
So okay. So yeah, what happened?
So I associated being Catholic with being not kind to others. Some of them were low key kind of racist too, not just to
Yeah.
black people. If there was Jewish people there that went to school or Middle Eastern people,
Were there Jews and Muslims there?
yeah, because the school was a good school, so they just would go there.
Yeah.
And
Aw.
you just associate all this negative stuff with that. You know what I'm saying? You're I don't really want to believe in what they believe in. You know what I mean?
Isn't that kind of fucked looking back at it? You're sending your kid who's clearly Muslim or Jewish to a school that's distinctly Christian. Don't you think that they're probably gonna get just looked at differently because of that? I'm trying to think of the word, not picked on, but stereotype.
Oh, for sure.
By the teachers.
For
If they're
sure.
hardcore Catholics, you think they're not gonna look at some Muslim kid or Jew kid and be no, they're already gonna have predispositions in their head.
Oh, for sure.
Target that kid.
No, they literally
Why the
did.
fuck can you do that to your kid? I don't understand that.
I guess some parent, I don't even know,
And you're paying, right? It's a pay to go to school.
yeah, so I guess it's kind of crazy to me that parents don't even like think about those things. You know what I mean? But it
Well, I
was
guess maybe it's like, oh, they have a higher chance of getting into like some college, maybe.
I guess, but I mean, that's not necessarily true in
Yeah.
a sense.
I think they just want to, like, if I'm just thinking about it, like, externally, I think they probably just want to build good habits in their kid. And they think, parents have, like, a bias towards thinking, like, private school is going to make you build better habits.
It's like our friends that went to St. John's, probably.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Even they thought that going to private school would make them have better habits.
That with
you know?
a couple friends we had.
Yeah, and they, like, kind of had pride over it, you know?
Yeah.
It was like an ego thing. I'm going to private school. It's going to make me, like, a better person, you
Yeah,
know?
Parker and I were talking about like his iPad he gets to bring home. Like, fuck you, I don't care.
Wait, Parker? Parker?
Yeah.
He went to St. John's?
Yeah, he did.
For real?
Yeah, he went
I
for,
didn't
like,
know
2
that.
years, I think.
He went there all of high school.
Oh, shit.
I thought, right?
I don't know. He, like, vanished.
And then
bro.
he
was, like, a
I
night
think he
warrior.
like came back to WJ at the end, like. Or
Bro, that
some-
was your guy, bro.
Bro, he was my guy. I love
That was
Parker.
that was
We've
my
been friends
guy,
since
man.
we were, like, first graders or something.
Dude, yeah.
Literally, since me and Parker were, like... He was, like, one of my first friends I had in elementary school, dude. It's crazy to think. We grew up doing, like, everything together. We'd always hang out. We'd go to, like, his neighborhood and play. I always run by there sometimes. I'm like, damn, bro, that's, like, crazy.
That one
Nostalgia.
little cut off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah. It's interesting, man. It's interesting.
Yeah, the amount of
parents do stuff.
hours I spent talking to that kid, but it's different. Like, he spent in-person time. Then my time was all, like, video game time.
Yeah.
Really?
And, like, some in-person time, because, like, we became friends in, like, middle school, and, like, his group. I was in his group, so, like... But, dude, so many hours on, like, just PlayStation chat talking. But it's
Those are
so
the
crazy,
days.
because, like, when you're talking to these kids on, like, PlayStation, it's like you spent hours talking to them in person. Like, the friendship is, like, you feel like they're just your good-ass friends. You talk to them every day for, like, 5 hours a day, because that's how long you're gaming for every day. That's what I was doing. So like all these kids are like my boys, but like there was no face-to-face connection,
Nah.
which is pretty bad. And like I definitely do not want to give my kid a gaming system
Do you... So...
in the future.
I actually have a question / statement because my friend, right, or cousin, we call him a cousin because I'm Jamaican, so like we're not really related by
Yeah.
blood, but you know,
Yeah.
you get that.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
So like he plays a lot of video games, and he's met a lot of his friends in real life from the party chats and all that stuff, right?
like they met up kind of thing.
Yeah, like so they would talk first on Xbox.
Aren't you kind of scared though? Like I feel like I'd be a little scared I'm about to get like jumped or something. You
No,
know?
like he knows like no that's crazy. Yeah.
He knows one person that's kind of like the opening, right? Like
Yeah,
he knows
yeah.
one person actually in real life, and then he gets introduced to these other online people. Then he meets them. Is that how?
Yeah,
it
it's like
is?
mutual. If that
Because
makes
that's how
sense.
my thing was. I knew one kid, and then through that kid, I knew in real life who's like a family friend. I met like 20 other kids, and then eventually I ended up meeting all those kids in person because they all were like going to high school in our county.
Yeah.
And we would hang out.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a mutual thing.
Okay. And
But,
so what were you gonna say?
so my question to you is, you don't want your kids to have video games at all?
I just think it's a waste of time. Like there's so many other things they could be doing to have fun. Like the gaming system should be the last thing that I want them thinking about. Like I don't even want them to. I mean, it's gonna be so hard in the future, like not have them know about it. But it's like I don't want it to be like a desire in their mind. Like I want to teach them like going outside is like the fun thing to do. Going to the playground, playing basketball, going wrestling with your friends. I don't know, just doing outdoor shit. Go playing in the fucking woods. I don't know, do some cool shit. But like, I don't want to. It's like that Matthew McConaughey quote talking about how like his mom or dad was like, "If I see you in the house, like get out. Like on the
Yeah, go do
weekends,
something."
Go do something. Because like you shouldn't be on the couch on Saturday. Like why aren't you outside?"
Good point.
I think
no.
I feel like our generation was like the last version of that. Like you get your bikes and you go fucking bike around.
Yeah, no, we used
Yeah,
to
I
bike
barely
towards-
did that.
Dude, I remember we
Really?
biked. Me and my friend would bike on Connecticut. Me and my friend Charlie would bike on Connecticut Boulevard. Like we were like dickhead, like
Yeah.
like middle schoolers. We'd bike on like Connecticut Boulevard's almost it's like a gateway to the highway. So there's cars going like 50 miles per hour. Me and Charlie are just hauling ass trying to like outbike the cars or something. I don't know. We were idiots, so we thought it was like a good
And
challenge.
you'd bike miles with like
Yeah.
Ducky and Mickey.
We would always bike everywhere, bro. It was like that was a good fun time. But yeah, it was always about going outside for us at a point. But I could have easily been absorbed into the gaming world too.
Yeah.
Like that's like a part of me I always knew is just there and could like always exist in the gaming world. I don't even open that door anymore. I never play video games ever. I don't
Really?
even remember
No,
what else
yeah,
I played.
I don't touch. I have like a PlayStation 5. I don't touch it, and like, and I easily could have been like some fat gamer right now because I was literally that fat gamer kid. Like, all my time was video games, but like, I mean, God bless, I just got lucky that I ended up finding like fitness and all that stuff, and then that basically just completely turned me off from like ever being a gamer again. Like, I'll never go back to that life.
Right.
Like, I mean, I just got lucky because I easily could have like stayed on that route, and I could have just been like probably some I don't know, like nerd degree, or maybe never even went to college, just been like gaming in like school or like gaming in work or something.
Yeah, man. A lot of people do that.
Because there's a lot of people that like work 9 to 5s, and like the thing they look forward to is coming home and gaming for like 4 hours,
insane.
eating dinner, repeating the cycle of the 9 to 5, and then it's like weekends. Okay, yeah, I can grind like whatever game I'm playing all weekend and like fucking jerk off and eat Doritos.
There's a lot of people who just smoke after work.
Yeah,
too,
and
bro.
smoke and then game or
Or
smoke
go to
and
or go to
watch.
happy hour. It's crazy.
Well, those are like, that's like the social-ish group that's like not complete incels, but at the same time they're incels in a different way because they're just like living to booze and like do coke with their friends on like a Saturday.
So you don't think
crazy.
like any type of game is okay? What if like, for example, like your kids get everything done, they go outside and it's like 8 p.m. They've done everything. Like they've already say they played their sport, they lifted or whatever.
Yeah. Let's turn on a family movie or something.
Okay, I fuck with that.
You should
Okay.
probably spend time with them at that point.
Oh, of course,
Yeah.
yeah. Let's turn on a family movie. Let's like cook together. Let's, I don't know, like read a book together. Tell
What
some
about, like-
stories, just talk.
Watch a movie together.
Yeah,
maybe,
watch a
you know?
movie, man. So a show, maybe we could have a show we both like are watching. Maybe I don't know.
What about like Wii? You know how like ever seen like Family Wii?
Yeah, family
That's
Wii
fun.
night.
That's kind of
That's
chill.
cool.
You know what I mean?
That's cool.
I mean, yeah, that
Interactive.
sounds fun. I don't even know if they make Wiis anymore.
Not Wii, but like
They have difference. They're probably gonna have different gaming consoles. That
I
are
don't
like,
even want to know. It's probably gonna have like some AI
like
robot
phone,
that comes
like
out.
phone thing you put on, and then you like
Oh, the
like VR, like gaming.
Ruben bought one of those.
like some Black Mirror shit.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
literally
the
some Black
VR
Mirror shit.
things.
I guess it's like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
It's an interesting
it's a fine,
topic.
it's a hard border to play with, I think, too, because like, it's hard to deny your kids something completely without them becoming a rebel. Because
Yeah.
if they see people at school that are like have their iPads and stuff, and you
Which
just
they're
don't
gonna
give them any
see.
of that, they might get like resentful towards you. So it's so hard to balance being a parent, man. And I like.
Yeah.
You watch different people and you see how hard it can be from different perspectives. So, an ideal world, yeah, everything works out and they never play games. But, you know, like, you got to work around reality, too, and see what happens, man. Because, like, I feel like I'm not a fucking parent, but I've just seen from other people, a part of it is learning how to deal with their current scenario. Like, let's say, like, my parents dealing with Michael, I can't even, like, they never anticipated that, like, he'd never, like, really grow up from his current state. You know, he was always just having seizures. And, like, it's crazy to me that my dad treats him the same way he did. Like my brother's 19, he treats him the same way he did 19 years ago. Mm-hmm. He's never changed. You know, it's like you couldn't have anticipated that because you expect your child to grow up and go do their own thing. So it's definitely created like I get to say issues in my family, but just like it makes it hard to adapt to other things. Like I don't know how my parents even try to like balance like me and my brother growing up versus my little brother not really growing up. You know, it's tough, but that's something you can't even anticipate. You have to fucking see what life throws at you, and they've done the best they could. So like. God bless my parents for that, you know, but it's tough, man. It's tough. Parenting is like a fucking, it's something that you have to live and learn through. You cannot like
You
predict
can't prepare.
it. You can't prepare. Exactly.
Well,
Every kid's different.
Yeah.
Literally.
I'm sure it helped like having you and Ricky first because like they already had kids that they raised, and then like Michael coming last, which was like a complete
Kinda,
like
you know?
180 like different kid. You kind of
But Ricky was like
somebody.
6 when Mikey was born, you know?
Yeah.
So it was weird. Man, that fucking threw our whole life for a
I mean, I
and then my parents going through their
so
stuff
much
and getting
respect.
divorced, you know, it's like, how do you balance it all? I don't really know, you know? I don't even know how they did it. And it obviously did cause like issues with me and my brother too, but what are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do?
What do you guys think about like to avoid your kids kind of being like brain rotted? Like, you know, a lot of parents do homeschooling or they send their kids to like a very religious school so they don't have like that kind of brain rot atmosphere like as much talked about like within kids in the school or like brought up.
I think homeschooling is something you should never do
Really?
because it
There's a
makes
lot
kids
of like
weird.
religious kids there, or like religious families that are like, we're homeschooling as like a Christian family because we want to protect like, you know, the values we hold. Like we don't want them to get like instilled by like this pop culture, like whatever, you know, the world.
I mean,
That just doesn't happen though. Like that's just
Yeah.
like not like realistically, right? If you go, I want to protect my kid from this, that's just not going to be realistic. And we've seen that in history, right? Like, I'm taking an ancient history class right now. Super interesting. We're learning about like the Israelites.
Yeah, I love
and,
that. Yeah.
And how they split from the northern kingdom, southern kingdom. You guys probably know about that. Like, at one point, didn't they like want to basically not allow certain, like they didn't want to marry outside of their culture because they wanted to protect it. That didn't work. That didn't end up happening long term, right? Because then the Assyrians came in and anything. Anyways, I'm rambling. But basically what I'm trying to say is like you can't, like homeschool kids, people are weird, bro. Like because they don't have that social aspect.
So let me play devil's advocate though, and what if the parent in response was like, maybe they're weird to normal society, but to us they're like the closest they could be to like following in the image of Christ. like they're more Christ-like because they're so avoidant of sin, like they're so avoidant of like all these things in the world today, like porn and like I don't know, like TikTok and all this stuff that like makes it a lot easier for a kid to fall into like the world and lose
I
themselves.
think
to
it's
it.
hard to adapt to the real world, and you have to face it later in life. Though, if you
think
don't
so,
get like
too,
the
yeah.
experience when you're really young. I mean, it can work theoretically if you have the time. If you have the time to always be with your kid. And the
Yeah.
problem with a lot of homeschooling, I think too, is that one parent will do all the time they spend. So like, let's say you're the guy who makes like the dad makes the money and the mom's the only one spending. Then he gets no dad time, and then that creates issues of like. It creates dad-related or paternal-related parent issues, you know? Like, they don't know how to cope with, like, oh, my dad was never around growing up, so now they have, like, certain detachment issues. Well, it can really fuck up a kid, you know? So it's good to be around, and, like, that's why sometimes, especially you got people who don't have dads, they find paternal figures in life who are, like, just some guy, you know, you met at the gym named Rob who, like, fucking takes steroids and, like, shows you the world. You know, I'm not saying I'm that guy, but you know what I mean, though, right?
I could be that guy.
I could be that guy, potentially. But
Maybe you already are.
I'm saying, like, you know, they meet that dude who out there who's like, there's like paternal figures out there, man, or a teacher.
It could be a fucking guy teacher who just, like, really shows you the ropes and, like, shows you, like, what you need to do as a man. But it's good to have both parents around as, like, kind of, I'd say you need to spend a little time with both of them, you know? Some people are going to, like, are going to lean towards a certain parent. Like, I have a better relationship with my mom or my dad, you know? But it's good to get experience from both of them and get lessons from both your parents. So it's tough to just be around one all the time and like your mom does all the teaching to him, you know, and then she gets closer, but you don't really have a relationship with your son or your daughter, you know.
Yeah, I think it's like they say the reason they want to homeschool is because they don't want teachers raising their kids who aren't, you don't know if they're Christian or not, and like you also don't know like if they're left wing, like right wing, conservative, or like, you know, like where they fall politically, where they fall religiously. It's like I don't want my kid in like those people's hands because that's too much of a risk.
No, that's fair. I mean, it's just balancing out the rest of your life, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
can you do that?
Can you do that? Do you have the financial stability and like, even then, do you have the energy to give your kid to actually adequately teach him and not make him like an idiot and like actually teach him like high level mathematics and all these things? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know who's your parent. Like, I don't know if I don't know a lot of people who could teach their guy like who could teach their son like high level math or teach their son high level writing. Like, I sure as hell
You got to
couldn't
be
teach
pretty
my-
unique.
You got to be pretty smart too, you know.
Yeah.
To actually like meet up with society's standards because now the education system is increasing in terms of like what they're teaching, like how much people are learning. So your son, is he going to go into the world with like a low level education? Then he's fucked, you know. But it depends totally, you know. But eventually they're going to have to go to college or something, dude.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
like
I was gonna mention that.
You're gonna be off the. Eventually they're gonna get that freedom, and then once they get it, it's like too much restriction causes like. It's like there's a balance to it, you know. If you pull a string too far one way, or like a rubber band, if you pull a rubber band too far this way, it's gonna shoot back that way. You pull it too far this way, it's gonna go back that way. So it's kind of about finding a balance through it all, and just finding what they're passionate about when they're young. And I feel like the biggest thing is like finding their passions when they're very young and having them like establish those passions and grow through them. Like if your kid likes fucking volleyball, make that like the thing you bond with them with, or whatever, you know. Just an example, but you know what I'm saying.
I agree with that.
But you can do that with and without schooling at home.
Because passions that give them confidence, like establish this level of I don't need to appeal to others, if that makes sense. Like I feel like a lot of girls, like why they become like hoes or whatever like that. Because I feel like a lot of girls, like they don't have like hobbies kind of like guys do. Like they don't play a sport, you know, that gives them confidence. Or, you know what I mean? Like if you ask a girl, I feel like a lot of times they'd be like, okay, what do you do for fun? It's like, well, I read, and then it's like I hang out with friends. It's like, no, but what do you do that gives yourself confidence? And the point I'm trying to make with this is like, with the perspective thing, like you were saying about the homeschool, right? I think if you don't allow them to meet other people, you're kind of not giving them the factor of free will that Christians are supposed to get, right? I feel like if you teach them, like, look, this is what I believe in, and this is what our family believes in, and then you hold to a standard, right? Like you're showing them by example how you're supposed to live through Christ, rather than forcing it to them. Because I was forced on it in my school, right? And that did the opposite effect. But if you kind of show like, okay, look, this is how me and mom act, right?
Yeah.
And you go, wow, mom and dad are just amazing people. I want to be like them. And then they meet people who aren't like you guys. Are like, wow, mom, dad, I met this guy. He was really scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, it's important to have the role model relationship too.
Yeah, and it's good because like if you can be that good parent, it's like you're setting them up to where like you're giving them all the tools they need and they see everything they need to see, and then you're giving them a test. It's like how close do they follow like, you know, what you're trying to teach them when you throw them out into the real world, which is like honestly what you should do, because like that's how you learn. That's how you get closer to God, is by like having to deal with the world and like all the attractions and all the things that draw you in while still trying to maintain your relationship with Christ. Like that's
Right.
how it gets strong. That's how the relationship gets stronger.
Exactly.
How strong is a relationship if like they're secluded the whole entire time and like they don't even have like one single test. Like their whole life is like rainbow sunshine and like it's like it's like a beautiful like Christian family, but it's like, do they even know that like 10 feet out their door there's like, I don't know, some fucking kid getting like beat by his dad who like he talks to you about it like when you talk to him at lunch or something. Or,
Yeah.
Like you need to hear these things.
You
You're like,
need
oh
to.
shit, that's real? Like that happens?
And then you need to understand why things are bad. Because
Yeah.
if I go to you and I'm like, yeah, don't do cocaine, it's bad, and you're like, well, I don't really know what it does. It's like,
Yeah.
don't do it. Then like, you're not really going to be as motivated to not do it if you don't even know what it does. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's up to you to keep in track with your kids too while they go through like different challenges, because life's gonna throw challenges at you, but that's part of living. You know, you cannot be sheltered, dude. You cannot shelter someone forever because they're not gonna get any experience of challenges, and when they get their first challenge, they're not gonna know how to react to it because it's all been secluded, and that's not how the world works. There's gonna be so many outputs and inputs from different places. You know.
Yeah,
That's realistic.
100%. So then you're talking about covenant life. So
Covenant life, you know.
I
That was
mean,
my school.
not
Yeah.
covenant
Yeah,
life.
good.
Sorry, the Heights. And so, being at the Heights is like how did you even, I guess, come to have a relationship with Christ? Because you're a strong Christian. That's how I view you. It's like you have a good relationship with God. It seems like, and like you're really striving to be a good Christian is what I always get from you. So it's like, how did you go back to that from like kind of not liking it because they were like, you know, bad people kind of teaching you these things, or just shitty role models?
So when I left and I went to Magruder, I actually, because it was my decision, like I really pushed my mom. I was like, I really need to leave. I don't like it here. And that was happening for around 2 years. So when I went to Magruder, I realized, I was like, wow, like I kind of like the Heights a little bit better in a sense because it was such a culture shock. Because like everyone's wearing like suits and shit at like the Heights, you know what I mean? Like it's all boys. Then I go into fucking Magruder and then there's like rap music playing out loud and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like fights, like, oh, beat your ass. Like, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on? Like, it's like a circus or some shit. And then I was there and I realized, like, wow, like, I really don't connect with a lot of people besides basketball. Like, on a deeper level, I noticed that a lot of my high school friends weren't like, it's very surface level. I don't know if you guys felt that way, but like, say, like, you guys are connecting because of wrestling. Are y'all really good friends, or are you friends just because you guys are at the same place at the same time with wrestling? You know what I mean? Can y'all talk deep? Can y'all like actually like be there for each other? You know what I mean?
I think I've always had a personality where I can like extract deeper meaning from people. So like I can hang out with someone who's like very surface level to a lot of people, but like I'm just really I'm really like silly, and I'm also like kind of risky. So I'll like open doors that they'll be like, all right, bro, this guy did some crazy shit. I feel like I can really open up to him now, you know? Because I think everybody has like certain characteristics below their, I'd say in like almost like an unconscious realm of their person, where they're kind of like a little crazier than they, or like they know, you know, they're weird, they're whatever, they're like they're funny, or they're
Everyone
like,
has their quirks.
everybody has their quirks, exactly. That's the
Yeah.
perfect word, like quirks. Everybody has like quirks, and I'd always extract that because I just would show my true self to a lot of, especially the guys. Like, you know, with girls, I've always had an issue where I'm actually not my true self often, so that's led me to relationship issues and shit. But
That's 100%.
with guys, like I've always been like super like thorough, like just super honest and real. And to guys, it's like, damn, dude, he's crazy or whatever. So then they feel more open with me, and that always allowed me to connect with wrestlers. The thing is, a lot like I'm probably get hate from people, but you know what? A lot of wrestlers are fucking weird.
No, they are weird.
Really,
bro.
really,
No,
really
they are. I don't care. No, that's facts. And they know they're weird too. If you're listening to your wrestler, you know you're a little off.
Yeah, they're really fucking
What do you
weird.
mean? Like, I know what you mean.
Dude,
I want to
it's
hear
like-
what you mean.
Just being able to do that sport, but yeah.
It's just their like
A little social anxiety, like kind of like don't make eye contact with you. They all have like weird little they have weird little quirks where they're like
Yeah.
they'll like I don't know like tap their foot a lot, or like
Uh-huh.
they're like a little like shaky, or they just like don't communicate with you upright, and they're not like they don't speak fluently like well, you know what I'm saying?
Like they stuttering and
Yeah,
shit.
stuttering, that kind of stuff too. It's like, or they're just insecure. You know,
Mm-hmm.
there's a lot of different things that make people weird, but I mean, a lot of them are cool for that too. I love some wrestlers because they're like so weird and honest about it. And it's like they're good at wrestling, you know. And I think that's a hard sport, and it's cool to meet those people. But yeah, no, that's kind of why I liked wrestling too, because I thought I was a little weird, and I was like, this is a good social circle for me, you know, because I can really be honest with these guys, and nobody gives a fuck when you're wrestling. You know, they'll let you say whatever, and we'll all laugh about everything in the locker room. We'll laugh about it while we're wrestling. So I really like wrestling because of that. I wish I started earlier, but Yeah. What was the reason you asked me this question?
I was just saying because it's like I feel like at Magruder it was
It's
hard to
hard.
get people.
Yeah.
Everyone's so chalant, right?
Well,
or nonchalant.
I think that has to do with you too, to a degree, because I feel like I feel like probably because of your private school, I'm not gonna make assumptions, but you were probably kind of scared to like be weird and like say out of pocket things. You know what I'm saying?
Actually,
you never
what
felt like that.
we would say all like collectively as a group, we'd say it's like some crazy shit, and then everyone was so chalant. Like no one was like nonchalant. Like everyone at Magruder was so I don't know how to explain it. Like you know how like we would interact with the teachers at the school, like say some goofy shit. I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. But like at Magruder, the teachers would talk to the students, and everyone's just like trying to be perceived as cool, so they don't like.
Yeah, no, I think people do at public schools tend to do that though. They want to. That's one thing I like about wrestlers though, because they don't like really give a fuck about being like socially cool. That's
Yeah.
what was cool about them, because like basketball and football and all the other sports are like known as being cool, but nobody gives a fuck
That's
about
what I
wrestlers.
was about to say.
Nobody gives a fuck about wrestlers. You know, like that's like a gritty kind of like gross man sport. So it's like we're all just like dirty like scumbags who are like just trying to fucking wrestle. You know, we're trying to get our shit. And the guys in there, some guys in there were cool too. Like there's a couple, like Liam, really cool guy and like super chill, like nice guy. He was in my computer science class and he was just like smart, super intellectual for a wrestler. Like, and he was a really cool and honest, good man. I think he went to Cornell now.
Yeah,
For real?
He's about to
Damn.
get his
graduated.
Yeah, he graduated. He's about to get. I think he's about to go to grad school.
Amazing.
Yeah.
But
Smart ass.
yeah, smart ass kid. But he was like one of those. But you know, you get different crowds from it too, man. But it's such a gritty sport. It requires a lot from you. So that's what I liked about the guys there, because we'd all be burnt out there and like. You know, we're at that point, we're all dead to get. We have a practice and we start laughing and making jokes after and stuff, you know, and it's
That's
like,
a vibe, bro.
because you really burn out during it. A lot of other sports, you kind of can put on a persona because you want to be a certain way, you know?
Yeah, I don't like that. I think
Yeah.
my definition of cool really changed growing up. You know what I mean? Like cool, I feel like is someone who's fine with being themselves in a sense. Like they're not afraid to be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, 100%. I feel like you have an independent character that's not associated with the externals in her.
Yeah.
That's what makes someone cool to me. If your
Exactly.
character is associated with externals and you change up based off the group you're with, that's not someone who's cool.
Yeah,
Someone who's
exactly.
cool is someone whose character is independent. Like, you could have, like, the president in the room and, like, Ayuni would still be Ayuni. You know, that's someone who's cool.
They're themselves.
Versus if you're going to, like, start acting like a certain way, oh, I got to be nice for this guy. I got to look good for this. You know what I mean? It's like, there's a time and place for that if it's a job interview or whatever, but, like, in social settings, you should feel comfortable with who you are if you're a cool person, you know? That's what I
Right.
think now. But yeah, at the time, you know, you want to hang out with popular kids and you want to, like, get the hot girls and all these things. At the time, you're high school, it's hard to not get caught up in that. But I feel like past the point, you kind of grow past it and you're like, I feel like that's what TikTok did a lot for me, bro.
Really?
When I, like, got a lot of followers early on, I mean, of course, at the time, I wanted, like, hot girls and, like, famous girls and all this stuff. But I kind of, like, learned to not really give a fuck about all that and kind of just focus on me. So you kind of get rid of all that external thought. I mean, I guess in college at times I felt like I wanted girls and stuff, but I don't know, man. It's all just external noise at a point, you know. You really gotta fucking be intact with who you are.
Yeah, it's such a valuable skill to have the confidence to be yourself. I feel like it's so just overlooked, and you know, people don't even like take that into account. But like people, like whether they're like tapped in, you want to say in a way to that or not, it's like that will radiate to them if someone like at your job is like, whoa, this kid's like just himself. Like he's really not like trying to put up a facade. Like he talks to you, he's nice, he's friendly. Like that just seems like he's really himself, and like that's radiating, that's powerful, and like you want to be around people like that. And like even go back to wrestling, I was gonna say too, it's like a wrestler is like it's a different kind of sport because like the kids who are playing like football and basketball, a lot of times you'll see they're still like the popular kids in high school. But like the wrestlers, I mean, not really like the popular kids. They're more just like in their own little worlds and like their own little groups, which like I think is dope because like they're themselves and like there's it's just a different kind of sport, man. And like it allows for kids that are like really weird, really smart, complete meathead idiots that are in the sport as well. And like you get all of it.
Yeah, dude, like
Same thing with BJJ too.
I'll give you like guys like a funny example. Like there's this guy, I'm gonna call him Mr. M because I don't want to disclose his name for this reason, but Mr. M was a wrestler. Really funny guy. Like we were great friends, but like I remember, dude, we'd hang out in high school and he'd fucking like he had a wrestling mat and we'd like wrestle and then he'd go downstairs and like smoke salvia. I'm like, bro, like he's smoking.
I know who this is.
He's smoking hallucinogens post wrestling, like, dude. And he's like, all right, Marco, I'm gonna like smoke salvia. I need you to stay in the room and watch me. And then like, so I wrestled with him. Like we're wrestling in his mat, just me and him, like on this fucking literally like 4x4 square mat, trying to get better in the off season. And then I wrestle with him. I do my pull-ups and like I do like a superset, like bodyweight superset, and then I go downstairs and I'm like, all right, man, I'll watch you like salvia trip, and he's like. He smokes with this random dude who I've never fucking seen. I'm like, who the fuck is this guy? This guy just looks like a druggie.
You just spawn there or some
Yeah.
shit?
And so he's smoking salvia with this guy, and then I'm watching him, and he's like, all right, bro. And you just see him go, whoa, whoa, whoa. And he's like this crazy trip, and he basically tells me like went into like a wormhole and saw like the universe like different like fucking paths of the universe. Bro, it was some crazy thing. You see, this is a wrestler, you know, like ain't no high school football player doing that. Like I don't know about that. Like if you're a good football player, you're probably not.
They're just doing the popular things, like maybe smoking,
this guy was like
gas or
Like
some
the
shit.
regular shit.
Mr.
Not
X
some
was like
crazy
on like the z-axis. You know the x and y-axis on like a graph? This guy's just on the fucking z-axis, like off the plane.
Yeah, he's going off the fucking graph, bro. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. But that's like what I like about that. You know, that's what I like about different people too. That's why you get different experience from different environments, like jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, you gotta.
You meet some fucking crazy people in jiu-jitsu who will tell you stories. You're like,
crazy ass.
what are you even telling me right now? You know, just insane. You'll meet people with like the most unreal stories.
They just tell you, and like you maybe knew them for like a day or not
Yeah.
even a day. You did like your first roll with them, and then after the roll, the guy's talking about how he fucking like got stabbed 6 times, and his friend got his head blown out when he was like 10.
How's that even
You're like,
come
bro, you just told me that.
It's low-key like a free therapy
I bet you for like 10 minutes. Oh yeah, man, no, it's good though. Don't worry, let's get another session in. Like, all right, bro, or like I don't know, some crazy shit, man.
Dude, I've met some wise people through jiu-jitsu too.
Yeah.
Like, even just like I'll meet a brown belt and roll with him and like, you know, whoop my ass, and then after you give him like a good talk about life and like his experiences and like some wisdoms he's gained over like 20 years of
Yeah,
doing
a lot of
jiu-jitsu.
those older ones.
You know, they have so much to tell, man, and so much to gain. That's why I love like that's what importance is of getting experience in life too, man. Like getting yourself out there, you know. Totally. But what were we talking about that we got us there?
I don't
We
even
can
know.
restart. We can rebuild the
We have to
our
re-
The
Yeah.
heights, man.
The heights,
your
man.
school, and then just I guess how you came back to being a Christian. How did you come
right.
back?
So
Or how'd you find? Would you say come back or find it? I don't know.
it took me a while. I'm not gonna lie. It took me like during COVID probably. I think was when it was like the roughest because I wasn't allowed to leave the house.
Roughest in like your relationship with God, or roughest in like what
just in
way?
general, like
Okay,
just
yeah.
mentally.
Yeah, hard time.
Yeah, COVID was terrible,
Yeah, it was
bro.
rough.
Because I couldn't leave the house because my grandparents lived with me. And my mom was very paranoid.
Yeah, yeah.
So she was like,
situation.
you can't leave, you can't leave. So I was just fucking stuck in my house. And then I think I just, like, my great grandma had like a really old Bible. I just was really bored one day and I started reading it. And I was like, wow, this is pretty interesting stuff. Like, I was so bored, like, I would never have done that, like, back then. So then I started reading it. And then I was like, oh, I actually really like these stories. Like, these stories are interesting. It first started off with being interesting rather than I believe in this. Mm-hmm. And then I would just watch a bunch of YouTube videos about, like, Orthodox, Catholic, all that stuff. And then I started watching some of those, like, I forgot what movie it was. You know, the Passion?
Passion of the Christ.
Yes,
Passion
I
of
watched
Christ.
that. And that was really powerful.
That's an amazing movie.
It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it's like one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, and I was like, fuck, like, this is, like, what he did for us. Like, this is insane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, I wasn't going to church because, again, I couldn't go to church.
Yeah.
But I would live stream it on my computer.
That's wholesome as fuck.
Yeah, that's dedication.
So I would watch it, and it just made me feel better. Like, I realized, like, because even if you don't, like, say you believe in God, like, necessarily, it kind of is nice to believe in some external factor, because if you don't, what I realize is, like, if, say, something bad happens to you, you're kind of just like, fuck, like, it's the end of the world. But if you just think, okay, it's not even in my hands, if something bad happens to you, it's like, well, it's not even in my power. I can't even control that. So it's like, why even bother about worrying about it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, it's good, man. It's really important to believe in something beyond yourself and whatever life. You gotta have that. You gotta have like hope in life. You know, that's like what my dad always said. Like, you gotta have hope to deal with things. That's how he learned how to deal with my little brother, because he always had hope that like something would get better. It was beyond his control. An external power was going to control, like a god or whatever. You know.
Yeah, whatever.
Something you gotta. Some people just have a faith that like the universe wants good. You know, and then that could make you be like, okay, whatever. Everything's gonna work out because the universe wants good. So then that keeps you striving forward in life. You know, it's pretty cool.
It's freeing to let go of control, like it's freeing to just give it up to something more than you, and not to think it's all up to you and only I control this. It's like,
It's a lot of pressure, man.
yeah, and like it's so much more freeing and just like it's like a weight gets lifted off your shoulder once you're like, this is not in my control. I literally have nothing to do with this. Like,
Nothing. And then it's just like, well, if something bad happens, it's like, okay, well, we'll just wait till something good happens. You know what I mean?
Or what is this bad thing going to teach me down the line that
Right.
maybe it's preparing me for or save me from or I don't know. There's so many things like that.
Exactly. Like trial and error, man. That's how you learn. Like
Yeah.
going through something terrible. Like I think you were saying earlier, like if you just go through life without dealing with any struggles, like what's the point? Like you don't learn anything.
Yeah, I know you got to do something to learn, dude, for sure. I mean, struggles. I'm trying to think where I was even going with that, if I remember telling you that. Yeah. You need, that's, yeah, we were talking about that with the children. That's what it was. Okay, yeah. Like, yeah, you need struggles to grow as an individual, bro, and you can't, because life's going to throw struggles at you eventually. You got to go out there and deal with them, you know? You got to deal with struggles head on, or else it's just tough, but I guess having something else to pull you through that struggle is huge. So that's what religion does for you, you know?
In the struggle, I mean, in the relationship with Christ should be a struggle, you know? It's not something that you just like declare and then it's like all sunshine and rainbows. It's like it is something that you're having to like deny yourself, which is like such a hard thing. Like trying to make yourself, not even trying to make yourself, God trying to make you born anew and make yourself a new person. It's like that's not an easy process. Like it's like try going from one way to complete flip opposite. It's like there's gonna be so much trial and error like in that process of changing. It's like, and it's never ending change when you're growing with Christ and like trying to be a believer. And so, but that's the beauty of it because it's not an easy thing. It's not like 1, 2, 3, I'm there. It's like so many just like trials and errors, getting back up, falling down, getting back up. But that's the beauty in the relationship. And that's what the beauty in all hard things in life. It's like the struggle is what makes these great goals and tasks like so much more rewarding and fulfilling compared to like hopping on a video game system and me dropping like 50 kills on COD. Like, what did I really do for that compared to like me training for like 5 years to run like a 200-mile marathon or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah, no,
What's
it's
more
huge.
rewarding?
It's huge, man. And it's also like your whole dopamine circuits are like designed for you to endure struggles, or else your baseline increases, and then like you start to hate everything and you start to hate your life, you know? That's why over time, if you're just like eating food and there's like you don't have a down payment for anything in life, your dopamine circuits are gonna get fucked and you're just gonna like start to not enjoy anything in life, you know? That's why it's huge you have to subject yourself to things that suck.
Yeah.
You literally have to in order to have a decent life. Somewhat, you know, you go to work and that's not easy for you. But then at the end of the day, you get money and that boosts your dopamine and that makes like life kind of enjoyable because you're striving after something because, you know, dopamine's for seeking and motivation. So you got to have something you're motivated to get, you know, or else you're just going to kind of be okay with the moment and never really want anything else, that's not really where you should be in life. You want to grow as an individual, you got to be striving after something. So yeah.
I've noticed that for sure.
Yeah, you got to be. How's school with you now? What are you studying? What's up in that?
So I have 3 more classes left, but I didn't know which order to take them in because, again, before I started actually locking with school, I just didn't care. So I would sign up for random classes. So now I just have 2 more science classes to take, and then I'm done. Literally just 2 more classes.
That's good.
But I'm taking biology right now, and then I needed a humanities course or whatever, so I took ancient history.
That's good.
And I really like ancient history.
And you're studying exercise science?
Yes, but I want to switch to biology because I really enjoy
That's
it.
cool, man. It's good. If you're interested in science, go for it, bro.
It's really interesting.
I love science. I mean, I can't help but like I still even study every day just out of my own interest, but you know, I don't know what I want to do yet, so I'm gonna figure that out. But it's good to have whatever you're searching for. What's your daily routine like now in college?
Daily routine.
Are you training consistently? How many times a week are you training?
Only 4 days.
That's good, man. I don't know how you do it though, honestly.
Because I've also like I've become really passionate about lifting too. Like I really want to get like fucking huge and jacked. So I'm trying to find like the thing is with me, I'm very like meticulous with things. Like with shooting, like with basketball, I wanted to have like perfect form. Like otherwise I just couldn't. Like if I, like that's just how I am. So with lifting, I'm like okay, what's the best way for me to get the most progress? I don't even care about enjoyment. I'm just like, okay, what the fuck's the best thing? And I found that for 4 days, for me, is the best. Like lower volume, high frequency training. I'm like, okay, this is
that works
what
for you.
I've seen.
Yeah, no, I think it's definitely based off an individual. And like an ideal world, I think I'd train less, but because I'm not doing anything right now, and I kind of need to subject myself to challenges.
Right.
Like I couldn't exist at home without anything, or else I'd just fucking drive myself crazy.
Yeah.
Right.
But I also like making content, so I get to go in there every day and record my lift, and like I'm doing the voiceovers now, you know. But it's something to do, you know? It's something to do for me. But I think there's going to be times where I do lower volume too. And I think doing lower volume and higher frequency can be really good for your training progress. Like, I feel like I would be a hyper responder to a lower volume and lower frequency.
Definitely would.
It's hard for me to subject myself to that because, like, I still want to go in and train every day.
That's the problem with it, I guess. It's like the wanting to be in there long. Because my sessions are short as fuck.
Really? How long are they?
45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah, it's
Very short. But I don't know. I've done a lot of trial and error.
How many like sets are you doing for each muscle group per week?
3 to 6.
3 sets per week for a muscle group? Mm-hmm. Like, fuck.
Wait, what?
3 to 6 per week.
Per week, per
depending
muscle
on what
group?
I'm prioritizing, I guess.
So I guess you're 4 days a week.
So it's split up. So like there's like a 10-week period where it's like focused on like, say, for this cycle it's chest.
So how many sets are you doing for chest per week?
Let me count.
Because I was watching a video.
6.
It was a Huberman video, and it was another scientist talking. But basically, in order to maintain muscle mass in a group, you can get away with doing like 2-3 sets a week. It's an unbelievable low amount of volume. You can get away with doing 2-3 sets, and you'll maintain muscle mass for like a muscle group.
You can
do almost like nothing for a muscle group.
You can actually see progress if you train 1 set twice per week rather than 3 sets
I feel
once
like
per week.
1 set twice a week.
You can. I'm just saying the bare minimum for like
Yeah,
growth.
I mean, I feel like it also depends what your status is. Like, if you've been lifting for 8 years, I don't know if you could do 2 sets and get stimulus. Theoretically, maybe you could if they're really fucking hard sets.
But what if? Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Like, wouldn't theoretically you need to do more since you can do more weight because it's more demanding on your body? Like for you probably squat a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it make sense to do less squatting so that you're able to recover for each session and then progress?
I can see 3 sessions a week. Yeah, okay, maybe you can do 1-2 working sets.
Yeah,
and that's all. But it's kind of hard to. I mean, theoretically I could try that. You know, I think it could work to progressive overload over time. I'm not against that at all because when you do higher sets, you fatigue naturally. You fatigue so fucking fast. It's so hard to like adjust to in workout fatigue. Like, if you really want to push and like make sure every week you're progressive overloading on squat, you can get away with doing really low volume progressive overloading over time. But yeah, it's just something you have to play with personally too. I haven't even done that because I like to do at least a couple sets, you know. Mm-hmm. But theoretically, I mean, it's honestly something I should play with more, you know. Doing a little more, maybe playing with an upper lower split, and just doing like 3 sets of like squats, you know, or whatever. 2 sets of squats, and then doing that. 2 sets is actually probably ideal. But the thing is, like, how many movements are you going to do too, you know?
it just depends because if you like understand, like I guess like the muscle actions, right? So like if I do a squat, I'm only training 3 regions of the quads really because the rectus femoris doesn't really get trained well in a squat pattern. So then I have to do a leg extension to get all 4 heads. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay, so you're doing like 2 exercises per muscle group.
essentially, it just depends. What generally? It really just depends. It's like a lot of
There's a lot of mechanics that go into it too.
mechanics, but the one person that I was like, because I need to see proof. I'm like, I need to see proof that this fucking works. And then you know the guy Clark Kent, right?
Yeah.
He trains like this. Like he says that he does like 4 to 7 sets a week, and he's fucking huge. And I was like, okay, like how many years has he been training? And he's like 6 years. And I was like, he's done that in 6 years. And then I was like, okay, well, let me look at like TNF, and a TNF is huge, and he trains. Well, but I'm not saying like just because you're big doesn't mean you train properly.
There's a lot of people who are tiny who also train like this. You know?
Right, there's a lot of people.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that train
ways.
like this. What do they say? Like the physique checks out or some shit. Those comments be geeking me, but
Post physique.
yeah, post physique. Yeah.
But no, I think there is a lot of value in doing this. I mean, I don't know, dude. It's a tough point to see. I mean, I guess it's important to progressive overload over time, and I think that can come from different places, like switching up the variety in your exercises. And you can get away with progressive overloading with higher volume. You just need to have a little more motivation to train.
You can. That's also one big
Yeah.
thing that they
You know?
talk about is motivation.
Like,
But
if you can come in and do 3 working sets where you're actually increasing volume over time, it's very fucking hard. I'm not gonna lie. Even me, I'm struggling with it. Just getting new to movements right now. It's hard to still progressive overload. But I'm doing it, you know, for now. I don't know how long it's going to last, but then I'll just change up exercises when that time comes, you know.
because if you're progressing with a lot of sets, that's another thing they talk about. If you're progressing with a lot of sets, don't change it, right? Like this, it's kind of like when they say 3 to 6. That's just kind of like that's why it's 3 to 6 because everyone's different. Some people can just fucking do like 10 to 20 sets a week
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
a
mean?
huge thing. A lot of people do a lot of higher volume too, yeah.
It just depends. Like it's not like you won't build muscle effectively. It's just like, what can I do to get the most efficient? Like I just want to be. I don't care about being in the gym. I'm just like, okay, I want to get.
You want to make as much progress as possible.
as possible. That's how
Yeah, no. I think that's a valuable perspective. I mean, I've honestly always considered it, you know. Even specifically recently, I've considered it more and more the more I've been researching exercise science and physiology and all these things. It definitely leans towards doing lower volume, which is hard for me to go that path, you know.
Is it hard for you to, I guess, to suggest lower volume because you've already like established a
Yeah.
good physique? You're just like, I did it this way. Why the fuck would I change
Yeah, why
it?
would I change? I guess that too, but no, I think it's important to play with your variables and literally, honestly, 360 turn on yourself, you know. It's something I should do. Like, I might start doing it soon, you know. I might start doing it this week.
I try because a lot of
But-
people actually do like redundant exercise. I didn't even know what the fuck
The
redundant
only
meant.
problem for me right now is it's hard for me to actually train to failure.
Really?
Because I feel like I'm going to get injured. Like, I'm already dealing with, like, a shoulder and a back injury and, like, my shins, my Achilles, you know, like, there's a lot of things in my body that are strained, so theoretically, I could maybe get away with it. I just don't want to get injured, bro. It's about longevity for me, too, you know?
Yeah.
So there's, like, I would probably train, for me right now, I'm training probably two reps below failure most of the time.
Like 2 to 3 reps.
Sometimes,
per
like,
set?
on leg extensions, you can't help but go to failure. Like, it's like, because my lactic acid builds up so fast. Like, I build up lactic acid so fucking fast in my legs,
Really?
bro. Like, it's hard for me to not go to failure because, like, I can feel like, oh, fuck, I'm at failure right now because, like, my legs are really gonna explode after, like, fucking 6 reps, you know? I can train a low volume and still get away with, like, hitting failure so fast with my legs, but certain muscle groups, like, I'd say my chest, I don't even know, man. I'm so like naturally go towards failure that I hit close to. I mean, I could say I could probably get out a couple partials, but I don't fucking play with partials anymore.
No, I
Because
don't
it's just
either.
so risky for, like, it's literally so risky just injury wise. Like, I feel like I blow my shoulder out or, like, you know, my back's gonna, like, taper. Like, uni goes to really, like, deep failure.
Really? you
is
gotta
fine.
like.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess I just have. I don't know.
But it's
I don't
fun,
know. I don't want
though.
to say I have stronger joints or anything, but I don't know.
You
Just
adjust it
do
over time. I'm also bearing heavier loads than you, like, on most exercises. So
Yeah.
But I've also dealt with a lot of injuries. That's all, you know. My joints don't have problems. You see, I do 50-pound skull crushers, like,
Yeah.
fucking extreme range of motion. Like, my joints are fine. It's just like I've accumulated damage, you know.
No, you're extremely strong still for
Yeah.
someone who's like trying to be very careful while lifting.
Exactly. But yeah, you know, I'm progressive overloading. I'd say at a lower intensity. So I'm not training a failure to progressive overload. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, you actually don't even need to. I
You
think
don't
it's
need
like
to. Yeah,
1
you
to
don't.
2
You
reps
train to
reserve.
failure, Evan?
Yeah, I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
But they say you can build muscle with 1 to 2 reps
Yeah,
reserve.
that's what I'm trying to do
Yeah, I
right
saw
now.
Lex Little say that.
Yeah, you can. A lot of people. It's backed by, like, data now. Like, research
Yeah.
backs that. So you can train like 1, 2 reps in reserve and progressive overload, which is kind of what I'm just trying to do right now. Progressive overload at, like, a lower intensity. I do definitely do lower volume though. I have, like, a
Try
habit
it.
of pretty.
I want
high.
you to. I actually want you to like try. I'm curious what you would think.
I was gonna
Because you've tried
say
everything.
it's like a blessing though to be able to come into a workout and like have your set and being able and like you're able to actually truly pursue failure for a set. Like I'm saying that in the terms of like not having to worry about snapping up your fucking rotator
Yeah.
cuff or some shit. Like it's a blessing to be able to come in and be like, I'm gonna go to all out failure for my top set of incline dumbbell bench.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know if I can say like I'd be kind of scared to like go and be like, all right, I'm gonna push this weight to absolute failure because I feel like maybe I can choose a movement that's safer, which I've been doing now, and it's a lot easier to do that with safer movements.
It's
Which I
hard to
think that's
progress
my-
Yeah,
Well,
that's the
unsafe
problem. I
movements.
think that I got injuries because I chose to go to failure on movements that weren't that stable.
like the scary ones, which is like the
incline
free weight
dumbbell
stuff.
With, like, fucking 110s, 120s.
Yeah,
you
free
know,
weight
like,
squatting,
There was a
stuff
video
like
of me
that.
using
Free
like
weight
the
squat,
110s on incline dumbbell. I never got injured on squats, luckily, but like incline dumbbell, bro. I would go to failure and like fuck. That's like I literally that fucked my shoulders. Like I should have. I kept playing with it too. So it's really about it's huge parts of longevity, bro. Like we want to stay in fitness as long as we can. That's like the
Yeah.
number one thing. Like
That's the most
longevity.
important.
That's why I'm training like. That's why I'm also doing lower frequency right now too, though. Like I train like chest every 4 days. Because, like, I need it to be fully recovered when I come back so I don't fucking play with it, you know what I'm saying?
What if
Maybe
you
it's
just did
because
higher frequency, lower volume?
I could do that, too. That's, like, okay with me. But the thing is, I fatigue my shoulders not just doing, like, bench. You know, like, I could train shoulders or I could train back, you know? Maybe if you're excluding all shoulder, like, if I'm just doing, like, you know what I'm saying, though? Like, do you kind of get where I'm going? Like, other movements fatigue my shoulders.
Yeah, okay, that makes
Does
sense.
that make sense?
Like if
Yeah.
you're like pulling something. or
Yeah,
like,
that'll, like, especially when I go hard and
Maybe because
heavy.
your loads are so heavy.
Yeah,
but
that
I'm not, I
probably
can't.
is.
I can't train like baby. Like I can't do that. I have to
Yeah.
progressive overload with heavy loads over time. So
Yeah.
that's kind of like the dilemma right now. But I don't know. I could do that. Yeah, I could do like a little lower, and maybe a rest day would be good too. You know, I haven't done a rest day in like eternity. But the thing is, I like to go in and make
Rest kid
content.
is not rest.
I like to be in the gym and like make content, or just like go in there to like get my mind off whatever I'm doing right
But
now.
then that's the blessing of having like school because like if I don't want to like train, at least I have school to like study for.
Yeah.
like,
I'm not gonna lie,
grind
though.
on.
I
That's just, like,
understand
That's
that.
a blessing. Like, dude, I want to like I always like want to tell like Jorge or like even like you, like kids that are still in school, like dude, really treasure this time because like once you're out of school, it's like that thing that you had to go back towards, which like you have to be like doing good on, and you can put a lot of effort into and like keep progressing, like more studying. You can always do that, and like that's such a blessing to have because once you're out of school and you graduate, it's like, fuck, it's like all right, now I just have like the gym. And
So is
my
it
job.
is your job like pretty like not easy per se, but is it straightforward like compared to school?
Yeah, it's so straightforward. I mean, I'm just literally using me. Like I'm the tool. Like in a way of like speaking and like just doing like miscellaneous tasks and like I'm selling. So I mean, I'm just using my speaking skills and like kind of just my brain to like, okay, oh, well, how can I pursue this client? You know.
So it's way easier, I guess, than studying and like all that stuff.
1000%, man.
That's actually really funny how that actually works out. Like I feel like a lot of people.
Dude, yeah, schools. I mean, it sets you up if you're in like the business realm for like an easy ass job. Like, bro, your job is gonna be a cakewalk compared to like those classes that you were like having to study for. Like business law was like a really hard class. Like finance, like bro, that shit was hard as fuck compared to like what I'm doing now. But like I need to do that in order to get the job. But the job is so much easier than the classes I had to like really grind on, which like those two I just said.
Do you think connections play a big role in like?
Oh my
the
god,
job?
dude, yeah. If you're like trying to be in the business world, literally all you need is connections. And that's like even other fields too, like the medical field. Like I'm sure connections help a lot, and like you need those connections because dude, they can set you up. Like I honestly, I heard Sush actually talk about this in his story, which is kind of a good point. He was like, in reality, like if you're trying to be a business guy, your GPA really doesn't fucking matter. Like if you have good connections, you can land like some crazy ass like I'll name a company like Booz Allen or like some crazy ass like company like Deloitte. It's like bro, if you have that connection, you can get in there. Dude, they're not gonna fucking care about your GPA. If you know like some guy, he's gonna get you in, then you're gonna meet another guy. It's like, I'm telling you, man. So we still try because if you're like me and Mark, like we like try the things we do, and like we don't half-ass shit. That's just the way we are. But a lot of guys are comfortable half-assing stuff because they want to have more time to party, or I don't know, maybe they're playing a sport, they want to have more time for their sport, and so they don't really care about half-assing it. But it's hard for me to half-ass stuff.
Yeah, me too.
I get really uncomfortable. I get like, I don't know, mental just torment in my own head about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like kind of ECU. I think, dude, yeah, you have to. The biggest thing, like, I think that will make training easier for me is if I figure out something else to do. That's why I'm like kind of on edge about like what am I gonna do next when I go back to school or whatever, because I need something to do because it'll allow me to take a little break off of training, you know. Because that's kind of my only focus right now, just training, making content. So I'm like, why not go to the gym and like maybe I'll get a spark of idea, or like at least it's like a way to start my day, so I don't just start my day sleeping in or whatever, you know. I don't know.
That makes sense though.
But,
you know, that actually makes sense. Like if you feel like that's like the only thing you're looking forward to, and I can see why. Like you'd want to lift more.
You know.
I don't blame you for that.
Yeah,
honestly.
no. It's tough. I mean, I'm in a tough spot, but at least I'm like, and I think about it like I'm training as much as I can now too, because I don't know what life's gonna throw me next. So maybe I'll train lower, less then, you know. But I'm always accounting for like that. This is all I have right now, you know. Yeah. It's like all I'm guaranteed. So maybe I get a big injury, or maybe I get a job that's really consuming, or whatever. I don't know, but I take the most out of what I have now, which is every day I get the ability to go up and train hard, and that's just a blessing to me. So I'm going to take advantage of it every day. You know?
And that is the best way you can look at it. Because I was about to say this is going to kind of sound like bad, because I'm sure like maybe some guys are like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Like unless you're some hardcore bodybuilder, but like it's kind of hard when the only thing you have is a gym. Like bro, that's a hard path to walk when like literally the only thing you wake up for and pursue that day is like the gym. I'm not saying that to you because you're like more dimensional than that, but like I remember when I was like literally the only thing I really cared about was like going and doing my gym sessions and like doing my cardio and then just like doing my rip ass job I used to work at. Like bro, that was a hard ass path, and that ate at me mentally so much because like the only thing I was waking up for really was just a lift. And like bro, if you're not like some pro IFBB bodybuilder, like it's so hard to do that, man.
Yeah, man, it eats at you because like it's
like all I have is this thing, and then it's like, what the fuck do I have outside of this?
And often you make more progress in things when you're not hyperfixated on
Yes,
them.
like when
that's the
you
way
had
the world
jiu-jitsu,
works.
you know, and it probably made it so much better when you had BJJ in school. Like that was such a nice life in a way.
It was a great life in a way, but also like I would say jiu-jitsu probably not the best for my gym progress. I think I like kind of my physique kind of like I'm not gonna say
mentally
degraded.
probably.
Well,
Yeah, mentally though I felt
and
good.
shit, right?
Yeah, fatigue from jiu-jitsu, but like even when I was in school and lifting, you know, even those lifts were great. Because like I had something else after that was like really consuming, and I was like kind of focused on that too. But you know, you're not able to go to the gym every day, so I don't take days for granted though. It's not my way over. I'm honestly overtraining. That's all. And it's upright. I'm overtraining. I'm so aware of the fact I'm overtraining. But like I'm gonna appreciate the time I have to overtrain. You know.
Yeah, because you might not have it.
I might not have the time to overtrain forever.
That's a great way to look at it.
That is a
that's
great way to
honestly the
look at
best
it.
way. I don't know any other way you could look at it in your situation.
You're supposed to enjoy it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
For like the most part.
And when that's all you have to do, and like it sucks the enjoyment out of it, because it's like, bro, it's just like it becomes just so fucking. It's like brushing your teeth. Like, bro, I'm not hyped to brush my teeth. I'm hyped to go to the gym because I don't get to do that all the time. Like, I still have the passion for it, but like when it's like you're doing that every single day, it's like, I don't know. For me, it sucks the passion out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I haven't felt that because I'm making the content too. I don't
Yeah,
know.
which is good. You have other things.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I like being in the gym right now, dude. But I mean, I haven't been burning out, so I can't really say that. I don't know. It's tough though. Burning out's real, man.
Burning out.
No burning out. What are you saying though?
I was just saying, like bodybuilding. Yeah, it seems like a very isolating sport.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know how these guys that like they pursue it and like they don't even have a family and like they literally just live to eat and lift away. And like,
the
lift
thing is,
weights.
Well,
too,
dude, a lot of them have psychological issues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they're
think
very
that
bad.
started to like I started to develop psychological issues when literally all I cared about was like my 5 meals,
Bro.
my fucking stupid ass calorie deficit, and then going to do these sucky ass cardio sessions and lifting.
It's
sessions.
depressing. Like I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Shit
like,
sucked.
Yeah,
I hate that.
My friend's prepping for a bodybuilding show right now, right? And he was like he just looks like a fuck. You like the skeleton face?
Oh my god.
He has that shit at the
Death
gym.
face.
He looks so sad. He just like fucking
Death face, yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck, man.
going through shit, and I'm
Man.
like, he's like, yo, bro, Halloween's coming up. I'm like, yeah, bro, you doing anything? He's like, yeah, like I can't. I gotta go home eat my meals. I'm like, bro, it's so sad,
Yeah,
bro.
every time I hear those guys, I'm
I'm
like,
like, fuck. And he's just like, and I'm not gonna lie, like when I was like the first year of me bulking, like I'm on the second year now. The first year I was like, I can't have a cheat meal. But then like when my friends would like ask me to go out to eat, I'd be like, no. And then I'm
dude,
like,
I used to be like that when I was in this cutting phase that Mark knows about. It's honestly like
it's sad.
it's like not legendary, but it's like iconic in our group chat because everybody knew how mentally unstable I was during this time period. Like just fucked up mentally. I was not in a good state mentally. Like
Really?
I'm so thankful to God he took me out of that, and like because I mean yeah, no wonder I didn't even have a relationship with God, and I was like I didn't even give a fuck about. Like, forgive me, Jesus, but like a God being around, like I didn't even care because all I cared about was like I have to starve myself, I have to get shredded. Like, bro, it's so stupid to like. I don't even know how I could. I mean, it's just an immature way of thinking, which like I'm grown now, and so like I don't think like that now. I can never go back to thinking like that. But like, no wonder I like didn't even think about having a relationship with God because I didn't even have the time. I didn't even want to make time for anything else besides calorie deficit, lift, cardio.
So you didn't go.
I couldn't even enjoy my time with my boys.
Yeah.
Really?
I was
So, like,
suffering, man.
Like
I was
when they wanted to go out to eat, you wouldn't go, or
You
you
bring a
would.
meal prep, I think, to
Sometimes I'd bring a meal prep, or no, I would just rip
Locked
the
in.
fuck out of Nick. I would vape my ass off, and like I would be like, Ruben, like let's go buy a vape so I can at least like cheap this vape while you're like eating your like nice ass dinner, and then we can go watch a movie together. But like I need this vape, man, so make it so much
Terrible.
more better.
Yeah,
I'm already starving.
Something I've always done is eat out in terms of like, I just got like chicken breast and like a salad and like no dressing.
But I didn't even want to do that because
So
I
you
had
just
like
do it smart.
OCD about like
I
not
just-
tracking it.
Yeah, just go
Yeah,
with like a
that's-
really strict meal when I go out and people are like, oh, I'm like, yeah, I'm cutting, you know. It's like, oh, it's not a big deal if you don't make it one, you know.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
to
the
do that.
personality you have, I think, too. Like, I'm not gonna be a dickhead to you, but at the time, you kind of made it like
Yeah.
you were kind of you're kind of egotistical.
I was.
You know, it's like
no one else is doing this. I'm the only one.
Well, it's-
I'm like I'm carrying the sword.
it's just like you make the you would carry an energy where you'd make the situation about yourself, and that's
Yeah.
okay because that was the state of mind you were in, bro. I've been there.
Yeah.
But like I guess I had times where I matured through that too because I remember in high school I'd eat 12. Dude, there was a time where I'd eat 12 meals a day.
Yeah,
Bro,
I remember
what?
that. No,
No.
Calories.
This was
Real
fucking crazy.
shit.
Wait, how many calories?
How many calories in 12 meals?
Wait, tell this out.
I think it was like maybe like 8,000 or something.
Why the fuck are you eating 8,000
Because
calories?
I was trying to grow. But you don't understand. I was eating strict calories.
Dude,
So
this
it
is
was
not
like-
a lot.
What are you, Eddie Hall?
No, it was like
fucking Eddie
I'd
Hall,
make my
bro.
12 meal preps, and then they would be like sweet potato and chicken breast. No, I didn't do salt, so no salt. That's my meal: sweet potato, chicken breast, in a fucking container, just like sliced up sweet potato and then like a chicken breast, and that's all. And I'll eat that, and I'm like, fuck, man, I got another meal in 38 minutes.
I'm not gonna lie,
No
though, that
time.
shit was kind of lit though. Like looking back at it, like me observing, because I'm like, bro, this kid is like dead ass Jay Cutler, like
Yeah.
traditional bodybuilding, like lifestyle. He's really trying to do this shit. Like, that
When
shit
was
was
this?
fucking kind of sick.
Like maybe like junior year of high school.
I'm like, bro, this kid is so far gone. Like, I'm gonna keep watching.
Dude,
Like,
I'd be
stick
hanging
around.
out
It's like entertaining.
Dude, it was, bro.
I'd be hanging out with my friends like Kensington. They're like, all right, dude, what are you doing? I'm like eating my meal while we're walking, and then I'm like, bro, I got another meal in 36 minutes. We gotta get home.
Bro
It's like,
said 36
dude,
minutes.
it's like you just started your last meal. It's like, yeah, but I gotta eat every hour. So like it would take me like 40 minutes to eat a meal, and then I have 20 minutes to my next meal. So it was like I think I did this probably for like 2-3 months. So it was like the
Yeah.
worst phase of my life ever. But
Did you get fat?
you make everything about you regardless because no, I didn't get fat because it
You
was
was,
pure
like,
calories.
clean.
It was I was eating clean, bro. Just sweet potato and chicken breast. Maybe it was like 6,000 calories, but you know it was like
But
every
with
meal was
clean
clean.
foods, bro,
Every
that
meal-
is hard as
It was so fucking hard, bro. It was so
Because it's so
hard.
nutrient dense, bro. I get full as fuck.
It was so full. I was eating like the fullest yeah, bro. It was terrible. Sweet potato too.
Because sweet, it's like one of the
Yeah.
most like
Yeah.
satiating.
And like you ask how we can eat so much and like all you can eat, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like
because
that kind of stuff.
Because dude, I thought I ate a lot, bro. But when I fucking eat with you guys, I'm just like, oh, I'm
I
fucking
know. I was
full.
telling my coworkers about that. I was like, me and my friend, I think, are like could be professional eaters if we wanted to. Like,
Dude,
we
you
just
know,
had this skill.
I've been using something for my bulk. I've been using actually probably a good tip for you is I've been spiking my blood glucose towards the end of the meal. So I'll start off my meal with just protein and vegetables. So that's my first serving, and I'm usually pretty hungry for that because I fast into it. So I eat my proteins and vegetables, and then after that I'll introduce my carbohydrates, and my blood glucose spikes. So my hunger, like I regain hunger. Like it's like
Oh.
because I force those meat and veggies down, and that's probably fucking a lot of calories, man. It's pretty easy. And then once I eat those carbs, like it's like almost like my desire to eat, my satiate, what is that word?
Satiety?
Yeah,
Satiety or whatever.
yeah.
Satiate.
It resets. So then I can eat so many fucking like fruits, for example, or I can eat like my carbs then, like my potato fries or whatever. But that's how I'll eat my meal. I'll eat it like protein, fats, and veggies first. So like avocado, meat, and vegetables, and then at the end I'll eat all my carbs. And it's so easy to get more calories in like this. I've kind of been like cheating like that, but you know, it's cool.
And you kind of have to do it. I feel like it's good you're doing it like that because you're not doing like 2 hours of BJJ like how you used to be like when you were doing that, and then you were eating like King Conquer like grub meals too. Like I remember at the house.
But I wasn't really growing like that either. You know, I'm just more smart about it now, bulking, because I kind of understand the science behind it a little
It's
more.
good
but-
though. You're,
If
at
a
least you're
psychologist
getting
saw
into
your
it.
fucking fridge, like she'd probably be like need to study your ass, dude.
Yeah, actually, cyborg diet. But you know, no. Now I only eat 2 meals a day.
You just eat 2 big ones.
2 big ones.
I prefer that
I
honestly.
eat one
prefer
at
that.
12 and one at like 6.
I never liked
Yeah,
small
kinda.
meals ever. Like even when I was younger, I never liked just like.
And then I go on a walk
5
after every
meals.
meal too.
That's
Really?
great
I
for
go on like
digestion.
I go on like a 5-30 minute walk.
That's good for a bulk, man. Don't get fat in the off season.
So are we
I
all
never-
bulking right now?
I
Is
get
that what's
fat.
going on?
No, so that's like number one body.
No, but in
weight,
general,
too.
are you bulking
He's
too?
cutting right now or something.
I'm not even, dude. I'm just like.
I thought
this
you
is
said
like
you
a
were
whole-
bulking.
No, this is like a whole different fucking like diet and lifestyle when you're like doing all this like
Yeah.
running shit. I mean, I'm just honestly I'm maintaining this weight because I have a race in like almost 2 weeks, like a little over 2 weeks, and so like I just need to stay this weight because I know I'll be faster, and if I get bigger, I'll be slower. So I'm like, I honestly don't. I like the way I look because I'm lean. I should have abs, like I have veins and all this stuff, and like it looks good for content in a way. But like I feel really skinny, and I want to start my bulk, but it's like, all right, just suck it up and like stay at this weight because you'll be faster on like come marathon race day.
Yeah, that
and I
makes
need to be
sense.
fast. I'm going for like a sub 30 goal.
Fuck.
And so it's like I need to, but bro, as soon as that marathon's done, I'm not gonna lie, I'm hyped to like start eating more carbs, kind of get like I'll probably go up to like 170, 175, and like I'll compete at like if I do another BJJ competition, because that's my next goal. I'll do like a 170 comp.
Good.
So I'll probably
That is
try to
good.
get up to 170.
What are you weighing right now? Like 160?
Yeah, like 160, 161.
Yeah, that'd be good for you, bro. To put on some size. I think it's good to be. I haven't been at this. I'm probably like.
I've been light for a while, man.
I'm probably like 16 to 18% body fat. I think I'm like a little higher than I usually am, which is actually good, man. I mean,
Do you feel good? Do you feel like
I feel good. Yeah.
It's good.
I mean, I can't say I feel that much better than I did cutting though. I'm pretty okay mentally when I'm shredded. Like, there's no issues with me. So yeah, I don't know. I feel fine though.
what are you weighing now? Like 190 something?
No, I'm like 184.
184.
Let's check it out like quickly.
You can tell how much you weigh just from
Yeah, I'm like 184.
bro the human scale.
Clip that.
But no, I'm like I can like tell, you know.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
I don't know if
like
I can do that.
I'm like, bro, I'm so adjusted to my body. It's insane. Like, I've always been really good at guessing my weight. I don't know why, but like, I'm never off by more than like 0.5.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
like
it's fucking
ancient
crazy.
He's not lying.
I'm
about
really
that.
good about guessing my weight, and I've always been that way. So like, even when I was doing jiu-jitsu tournaments, I'd never be worried about my weight.
Yeah, you
because
were
I'd be like,
never
oh,
worried.
I'm underweight, and you're like, have you checked your weight in like 2 weeks? I'm like, no.
I'm like, bro, come use my scale. Like, nah, I'm good.
I'll use it. And then like, a couple days before I'd figure it out, but I don't know. It's a weird feature of me where I can like I guess over so many years, like I guess I measured it sometimes, but I just got really good at guessing my weight, bro. It might have been from wrestling. I don't even know what it's from, but it's a good skill I've adapted over time.
Are you good at guessing other people's weights?
No, it's only mine because I feel.
I was just like,
I know how I
good at that.
feel. I know how I feel. I know when I'm 170, I'm fucking shredded. When I get up to 180, I get a little fluff on me, and like when I'm a little over 180, around where I am now, I can feel that I'm a little over. It's just there's a difference. When I'm 180, I'm a little leaner than I am right now, so I'm probably like 183, 184.
So do you weigh yourself?
Oh yeah, every morning.
Yeah, that's what I've been weighing myself every morning for like years, and like I mean my girlfriend's like, why do you weigh yourself like every morning? Like that's weird. Like, are you okay? I'm like,
Are you okay?
I just do it. Like I don't know, because like people, like you tell someone I weigh myself every day, they're gonna think you're like some sad cunt who's like trying to lose weight and like is like like unhappy with his body and like, you know, like that kind of mentality, which is like, I mean, some people are going through that. Like, sorry to you, that sucks. But
No,
I mean, I know I just weigh myself because like I just want to know where I'm at. And it doesn't affect my mental. Like, I don't wake up and like, oh my God, I'm 162, fuck. Like, I don't give a shit.
You want to hear
I just want to know.
Yeah, me too.
Interesting research on stuff though. This is like, you know, like your Garmin. If you look at your sleep score and you had a bad sleep night and you think, like let's say you have that 40 score. I know that day you actually didn't think that like, oh, I'm gonna have a bad day because I had a bad sleep score. I knew you didn't because you seemed like pretty energized.
Yeah.
You're pretty pumped up, like fuck the sleep score, I'm gonna have a good day, you know?
Yeah.
But if
that shit hit me later though.
Yeah, but if you allow that to influence, like,
oh my God, yeah.
You can look at a sleep score and say it's a bad sleep score, and you'll actually have a worse day, and your energy will drop because of it. Versus
Really?
if someone didn't have a look at their sleep score, they could have a great day and
No, that's
never
real.
really know it affected them. It's super real. It's like the research now.
And it's a new
There's
thing
data
I've
on
been dealing with because I just like started tracking the sleep score with the watch, and so like there was like today I got a 51. I looked at it and I was like, damn, fuck, I got a 51. I did feel tired during the workout, but like, I mean, I'm fine. I mean, in reality, I'm fine. I know I'm fine. It's just
You're
like
gonna
a
get
sleep
through it, I
score.
know, but yeah, it can impact your it can impact how you physically feel by just knowing, you know, just knowing you had a bad sleep score.
Yeah.
Which is like, that's why Andrew Huberman doesn't wear like sleep watches because
Really?
he doesn't like how it impacts.
What does he say?
He doesn't want it to impact his day.
Huh.
He
How does
wants
it
to know
work?
regardless, like he's gonna have a good, you know, like he doesn't want his sleep score to impact his day. Also, I think his other issue is that like the monitors aren't. There's certain
not-
things
yeah,
about it
they're
that
accurate.
aren't fully accurate. So he's like, I'm not gonna base it off of that.
Inaccurate.
How does it work? Like, how does it know?
I think
your
it
score?
tracks it based off like your heartbeat and like because your heartbeat has certain pacing when you're in certain stages of sleep, like slow wave or your REM sleep.
Yeah, it tracks your deep, your light, your REM, and like if you're awake.
Here's some more interesting science stuff on that actually, which I found really cool when I figured it out. But the beginning of the night, you know, slow wave sleeps when you have a growth hormone spike. But the second, you know, when we always talk about like you need your REM sleep, bro.
Yeah.
That's for REM sleep is designed as like a way to fix psychological issues you've gone through, like your emotional. Like if you had a bad day before, and you don't get REM sleep, you'll get irritated easily about things because you didn't emotionally deal with them. In REM sleep, you like emotionally deal with things. It's like people compare the REM sleep state to when you take psychedelics and you do like the emotional, you deal with like your emotional issues. That's what REM sleep does for you. So if you're REM sleep deprived, you'll start getting easily irritated by things because you haven't addressed things.
Dude, that makes a lot
That's
of
very
sense.
interesting. I'm not
because
gonna lie.
I've seen on low REM sleep days, I have been like
Irritable as fuck or some shit.
just a little more irritable, and like I could tell like I kind of had like a few more negative thoughts or a few more
Yeah.
like pissed off
Yep.
thoughts. But like for example, I have like a big run tomorrow, so like that's why like I really do want to get a lot of sleep tonight, and like I know I'll get a good score because I'm like in a donkey REM sleep, like good as fuck tonight, and like I know like on those big REM sleep days, like I feel good as shit, like so good mentally, like I'm happier, like I'm
It's
better.
for the REM's for dealing with emotional stuff.
Yeah.
So that's why you need REM. But most of the muscle repair and that stuff happens in slow wave sleep. So the way sleep works is you have 90-minute sleep cycles, right? So you'll go through one bout, but how it works is the amount of slow wave sleep you get over the night decreases and the amount of REM sleep you get over the night increases. So the first cycle of sleep, your first 90 minutes is like predominantly slow wave sleep and like a little bit of REM sleep. The second cycle's a little bit less slow wave sleep, a little more REM sleep. Until the end, your last cycle of sleep should be like mostly REM sleep and a tiny bit of slow wave sleep.
That's interesting as fuck, bro.
Yeah,
I
right.
did not know
Cool.
any.
I've been like studying this on my own time, but
So like,
16 minutes of REM sleep.
yeah.
That's fucked.
But that'll-
and I did feel a little bit kind of a little irritable today. I had some negative thoughts.
You'll have like
I might need to get one. What the fuck's that called? You said Garmin?
I'd recommend a Whoop, like a Whoop band.
Whoop band.
Yeah, it's a little bit like
It's a different type,
easier.
yeah.
Yeah.
but
That's interesting.
More
Yeah.
convenient.
no man, it's huge for dealing with emotional stuff. So if you're like in a bad state emotionally, you need to get REM sleep, you know? If you're dealing with a lot of
Yeah.
stress and a lot of like oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do and stuff. Like me, I've been prioritizing my REM sleep recently, so I'm like at least in a good emotional state to deal with things.
How do you prioritize that?
I just get good sleep.
So does the circadian rhythm? You know, like people say like aligning your circadian
Yeah,
rhythm.
it's huge. It's huge.
So is that why you go to bed so early? Does it align
no,
it with the natural circadian? You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, I know what you're saying. So the way it works is you are going to set your circadian clock based off of your daily rituals, and you don't. The biggest thing is that you keep a consistent cycle. Like the biggest thing is like you sleep and go to bed at the same. Like I try to go do this linearly because that's what's going to impact over time where my circadian clock sets. So my body's used to going to sleep at this time, waking up at this time. If you have big shifts in it, it takes like 2 days to adjust.
Is that why you're pretty strict with it?
That's why I've been pretty strict.
Like
with it, yeah,
at the party, you're just like, nah, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Were you trying to sleep?
Yeah. Recently, I've been more strict with it. I mean, especially because I'm like in a stage where I'm figuring out. But I've had times in my life where I'd like shift a couple hours, and it takes like 2 days to catch up, sort of, if you really shift your cycle. But yeah, that's kind of how that works. Your circadian clock.
So
and
you
that's
get
why
8
you
hours?
set it with like sunlight. You're supposed to get morning sunlight. That's good for setting your circadian clock. Working out in the morning is good for setting your circadian clock. And getting afternoon light is huge.
So do you get, how many hours of sleep do you guys get? Or try to get?
I try to get you. The thing is, there's no. This is also something else Andrew Huberman was talking about. There's no research difference between getting 6 hours and 8 hours of sleep.
I've heard
actually,
that.
Really?
6 hours of sleep is as good as 8 hours. It's just the quality of sleep
the
you get that
quality,
matters.
yeah.
The quality matters. Are you getting enough slow wave sleep and enough REM sleep? So.
Yeah.
And I guess even getting 10 hours, that doesn't. I don't think. I think 10 hours can be bad because you can get start to get a
I feel
little
weird.
tired.
I remember I used to, like, when I was just had not that much going on in my life, and I could actually get 10 hours. I haven't done that in so long, but yeah, I would kind of feel like
A little too tired, right?
just like sped.
Yeah, it's like
You're
you're
like,
kind of
"Ugh."
still stuck in like your sleep.
Yeah,
level.
I kind of felt shitty in a way
Yeah, and
compared to
then
8 hours.
The biggest thing, if you're having a good night's sleep too, is another huge thing is waking up you don't want to wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle. You want to wake up at the end of a 90-minute cycle, which is hard to time.
How do
You
you
don't really
not
know
do
when it
that?
happens. You don't really know. Your body naturally does it most of the time. But you can tell if you woke up at the end of a 90-minute cycle because you're in a good state of mind and you're like not a little tired. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of a sleep cycle and you're like a little tired. Or maybe, I think that also happens. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of a dream and you're in the middle of a cycle, you know?
Because have you ever woken up randomly during like your sleep, but you woke up like early, but you felt like ready to fucking go, like ready to attack the day, but
All the
like
time.
it wasn't a normal time that you'd wake up at.
Yeah.
And maybe you went back to bed, and then you woke up later, and then you kind of
Yep.
felt worse.
Yep.
Yeah. What
Does
is
that ever happen?
what? Yeah. What does that
That's
mean?
what he's talking about.
You're waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle probably because like let's say you go back to bed for 30 minutes. Your sleep cycle's 90 minutes.
Oh.
You know? So then you woke up at the end of the cycle, you were ready to go, but then
But it was
you
like
went-
6 a.m. You're like, well, I'm not waking up at 6
Yeah.
a.m. My alarm's for 8. But then you wake up at 8 and you're like, oh, fuck, kind of feel worse.
Yeah.
Because you went back to bed.
Or it could be like
and
30 minutes, for example.
Yeah,
It's easier
some
to,
shit,
yeah, you know, but that's what I'm talking about, sort of. So yeah, it's important. Dude, there's important stuff for setting. That's what, like, getting your daily sunlight's huge, man. Getting outside in the morning, getting, like, morning sunlight. Only, like, 2 to 10 minutes in the morning is good, and then in the afternoon, getting 2 to 10 minutes of afternoon sunlight. It sets your circadian clock to go to sleep, too.
So you wake up right away. And you go,
I mean, I don't actually get morning sunlight, but I exercise in the morning, so that's the thing I do.
So
So I
but-
try to get sunlight after my workout.
like how many hours do you sleep average?
Probably 8.
8?
9 recently, I think.
Do you feel a difference? I guess like
I'd say I feel the same when I take 6 and 9. Yeah, I don't think it makes a difference. I've just been sleeping a little more. I don't know. I'm trying to recover from injuries too, so I'm like, I think
Yeah, you need
more
that,
sleep's
man.
a little better, you know, for now while I'm recovering. So yeah,
makes sense.
some interesting stuff for there for sure. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I get like 7 or I try to
fine.
get 7, but like low key most of the time it's like 6:30 or like something like that. And like honestly, I thought it was gonna be like a huge struggle, like having to wake up so early. But
Yeah.
I mean, I've adjusted. I mean, in reality, I'm not dying. I feel pretty good compared to like when I was at school and I could get like 8 hours mostly almost every night. I mean, I don't know. I feel pretty much the same.
So what's your daily schedule like with work and shit?
Yeah, I'm up at 5 on like my lifting days, and I'm at the gym by like a little bit before 6, and I lift till like 7:20, 7:15. Go to work from 8:30 to 5, and then I come back and I run at like 6 p.m. till like 7ish. Eat my dinner around like 8, and then I clock out at like I'm basically in bed at like 9:45, 9:30, sleeping.
Do you ever have to do work at home after or no?
No. I only do work at work. Thank God.
But
I would never fucking do that shit. I'm already at a job for fucking over like 9 hours, man. Like over 40-hour weeks.
how many hours are you legitimately working?
Not that much.
Like
A lot of it's like phone time and like kind of just like thinking about shit, or like maybe I'm like planning some shit, or just like what task can I do next that's like gonna benefit me like being a good salesman because I'm in sales. So I mean, yeah, I'm not like fucking typewriting for like 8 hours or some like classic shit you'd see in
Not
like
like
a movie.
what's it called? It's like
Wall Street job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get on sales.
I mean, which is harder because like even like day traders, like you gotta be locked for that. Like what is it, like an hour and a half, 2 hours? It depends.
Dude, it depends. I mean, it depends how long you're on the market. I get
You
on
gotta
the
be
market
dialed for
sometimes.
that, right?
You gotta be dialed. Well, that's what makes you make good trades. Like recently, like the last 2 days, I got stopped out early because I was making shitty trades because I just wasn't fully dialed in. That happens, you know. It's not a big deal. I just gotta learn from my mistakes. Like, oh, you entered early on that. You were just being an idiot. You gotta be patient. Sometimes I want to take the trade and get off, you know. But I'm trying to learn and progress in it. So just about showing up over and over again, you know. It's been good though. I kind of enjoy it. I like watching the market move and stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. Yeah. It's something else I do in the morning. I go to the gym and then I day trade right after.
Yeah.
That's solid, man.
What
Solid
about you,
routine.
Evan?
I go to the gym around 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
because
You like to get meals in before?
I do.
Yeah.
I like. I
Which
need.
is good for growth.
I need to eat.
Usually feel honestly, I feel stronger most of the time when I eat before I lift.
Yeah, me too.
I don't like not eating. I have to eat.
I
like,
feel way stronger, and my glycogen, like my pumps are fucking crazy.
Yeah, the pumps are gnarly.
Pumps are gnarly when you eat before you lift. But
Yeah, that's how that school life was. I could eat a
Yeah.
meal right after class, then go lift. Oh, it was the best lift.
yeah, like even if you eat like 2 meals in the day, you know, you ate a meal in the
Yeah.
morning, then a meal in the afternoon, then you went to lift, you're like, fuck, man, your
Yeah,
glycogen
that's
stores
what those
are loaded.
bodybuilders do. Like they don't even like some bodybuilders. Like, I'm not even gonna train unless I had like 3 or 4 meals before, and they're like, and like you're like, why? It's like it's not even worth it because my body's not recovered and not like fueled enough to even like have a proper lift that's gonna adequate gains. You know.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
what
no,
I think.
I think it makes you feel more pumped and better. What time are we at?
1:15, hour 15 minutes.
Damn, already?
Yeah, I know.
Really?
Fuck, bro.
It went by so fast. I want to keep talking. It's
I
like
know.
8:15.
I don't know. We can finish up some topics though. But what were we saying? Yeah, you definitely do get better pumps that way. But you know, I like starting my day with energy. That's bigger to me than like any pump.
I mean, I don't even have the time to do that. I'd rather take the energy boost in the morning.
Yeah, I like the energy
I need
boost. That's
that.
where I am right now, bro. To like think about my life and fucking do other shit, you know.
Yeah.
But maybe at a time I will do afternoon lifts. You know, I'm not against it. I like it too.
Dude, it's crazy. I saw like Tom Platz saying he because we were talking about training and like low frequency or whatever that you were talking about, but he would say like he'd train legs once every 2 weeks.
That's nuts.
I'm like, bro, there's levels to that shit. Like he's like, bro, like imagine how balls to the wall those sessions are once every 2 weeks on leg day.
I think
like
they were
how
there.
fucking hard is he going?
You go like 10 sets of 10 on barbell, then 10 sets of 10 on hack squat. Like,
Wait, I
That's
don't know.
war.
I don't know if that was actually his workout.
yeah, but
no, I don't think it
I
is.
saw that on TikTok. I'm not gonna say.
I don't know because I think his workouts were like one set of dying. Like I think he
Yeah,
almost did on Mike
no.
Menzer. I'm not gonna say I know, but based off when you see videos of him
No, I
squatting
think
like
you're
500
right.
pounds, I think he'd do like one set of like heavy fucking squats
And then
like leg
only
extensions.
once every 2 weeks. Like,
Like
imagine
calves.
how hard he is fucking
Yeah.
pushing that body. Like, that's war.
Well, dude, the thing is,
Crazy.
you need. Okay, so there's the amount of frequency you need to do for a muscle group too is also proportional to your ability to contract that muscle, like without any weight. Like if I can really contract let's say I had struggle contracting my back, I would need to do a little more volume for my back than for my chest. If I was so good at contracting, I could get away with doing like literally what he's saying, like 3 sets.
Yeah.
You know, because you're so good at activating all the muscle fibers in that muscle group. So it depends. Tom has like the best quads. He had the best quads in the world.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he can get away with doing fucking one set. You know, and just he's still gonna grow.
He literally knows
So
how
yeah,
to grow.
that's a big thing too. Do you ever think about that idea?
What?
Like more volume for muscle groups you have a little harder time
That's a good point.
activating?
What do you mean by activating?
Like some people have trouble flexing their lats. That's an
Right.
example. Or like some people aren't really able to
Like
contract their
mind-muscle
chest.
connection.
Yeah, mind muscle connection is actually important in that regard.
Well, I
from
don't
what I've
really
seen.
think about muscle like when I do say a lat pull down, right? And I'm pulling,
Yeah.
in the frontal plane. I'm not really thinking of like am I-
Activating your lats?
No, because the function is that's the function of the lats. Or, like if you're doing horizontal adduction, right?
I'm not 100% sure on it, but I'm pretty sure that your ability to activate all the fibers in your lats depends on your ability to contract them too.
That I can see that. I can see that.
I think there's a certain relation there.
But
I think
the thing
Huberman
is,
always talks about that.
if I think about that shit, like knowing myself, I'm gonna be like, am I activating my lats? Like, what the fuck am I doing?
well, I'm
gonna
saying,
do too much
I'm
into
saying
it.
it's something you should do outside of training. Like
No,
I've checked all my muscle groups. I'm super good at activating literally everything.
Yeah.
Really?
Like there's no muscle. Like I can make my muscles cramp. Like I can make my biceps cramp right now, or my chest cramp, or even my back cramp.
Really?
Like, just from flexing it with no weight. Yeah. I'm that good at activating my fibers. It's fucking crazy.
Shit.
Yeah, like I could, like my biceps about to cramp right now just flexing it. Like it hurts. That hurts. I can't do that. You know, it's fucking crazy. That actually hurt.
That's pretty-
And that wasn't even close to full effort. I could literally like make my bicep pop, I think, just flexing it. It's fucked.
Yeah.
With a lot of my muscles, I'm like so good at contracting my fibers. It's insane. I don't know why, but I've tested literally every single one. Even my calves, my triceps, like, yeah, triceps are great at contracting those. Everything's pretty good. It's insane, but yeah.
I feel like some muscle groups are easier to contract than others.
Yeah,
Bro, he's like
sometimes,
that.
bro, that like actually hurt. Ugh. Yeah, that's a pretty good way to end the podcast.
No, literally.
Yeah, that's good, man.
It's a solid episode,
Contract your
man.
muscles. Don't
Contract
forget.
your muscles, man. Make sure you can contract them all. Collect them all, Pokemons. I bet.
Yeah. All right, good episode.
Good
Thanks,
episode.
Evan.
Yeah, appreciate you having me,
Pleasure,
bro.
brother.